Hey, Nick.
Yeah?
I'm seeing double.
Yeah?
That was it. That's all I had.
Welcome to the podcast, everybody. It's the Taboo Tater Tots Club podcast.
Where we talk about anything that interests us, whether it be politics, fucking mental health, or seeing two screens.
Yes, we finally have the proper equipment to duplicate our screens. We got one over here that I'm looking at and one over there that
And
Morgan's
one right
looking
here.
at. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So that way we know exactly what's happening at the same time.
Yeah, we both can look at it, and it's very nice.
Yeah, it's very nice. And that way, if I'm editing, I can like take a break and play a game on one screen and edit on the other. Or if Morgan wants to do that too, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, I've edited my first video, and I want to formally apologize in front of God and everybody that I am severely sorry that I made you do all of those lizards videos.
I signed up for it, but yeah, it is a lot.
I'm mostly sorry that I didn't appreciate you as much as I should have.
You're welcome, Dad. I mean, thanks, Dad. How do I respond here?
I don't know. But,
Thank you, and you're welcome, I guess.
okay.
Is that a valid response?
Sure. I guess.
I feel like it's the most valid I can get, so.
I don't know. But there's a couple of housekeeping things that I wanted to go over super quick. And I wanted to do it on the podcast just to get your opinion noted.
Okay, but before we get into that, as of probably 1:30 today, one of our videos, the Wii video,
Oh, yes.
was at 232 views, was it?
233.
Oh, 233 views. And that is absolutely fucking mind-boggling to me. Because it's one of
I'm
those...
definitely not fucking jealous.
Hey, my success is your success too.
Fuck you.
What? Fine. My success is all mine, and I am better than you, you fucking scum of the fucking earth. Go die in a ditch.
I appreciate the sentiment.
You're welcome. Wait, which sentiment?
That's how I feel anyway. Not the die in a ditch part, but like that it was all your idea and it's all yours, all your very small smidgen of fame, I guess.
It's not even a week old yet, or no, it's just hit a week old.
I think so.
And
I think it's in like between 7 and 9 days old.
I think it's 8.
Yeah.
And it's still fucking growing somehow, which is mind-boggling. So I just want to take the time to openly appreciate everybody who has watched and liked or commented. Or we've gotten
Three subscribers.
oh,
We've gotten 3 subscribers since that video went up, and I know that 2 of them are your mom and stepdad, but still. I mean, definitely not that.
to be fair, my mom was already subscribed, but YouTube unsubscribed her, so.
I don't ever remember seeing her username, so she might have subscribed on a different account, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
But, so technically it's still fair game.
Yeah.
Because she got unsubscribed, so she did a resubscribe.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy because when I recorded that video, it was just so infuriating because the whole Nintendo screwdriver bullshit and just how...
Oh, I forgot to do something before we hit record. That's okay.
What?
Keep going.
The whole Nintendo screwdriver bullshit and all that fun stuff. And originally the plan was to repair the disk drive. But then I decided that wasn't going to work.
Yeah.
So you were like, okay, I was like, so what do you want to do? And then I remember your message very specifically. You go, wait, can we use that space for a SD card? I was like, I don't see why not.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
If you want me to, I'll find our.
Because it already had an SD card slot.
Yeah, I know. But.
Oh, a hard drive is what I said. An actual, like, HDD or SSD. Yeah, an actual, like, hard drive.
That's not what you said.
I'm pretty sure that's what I meant.
That makes more sense now.
Yeah. I don't know if that's what I said, but that's definitely what I meant.
And. Yeah. And then from there, I was frustrated. I kind of rushed through the editing, and I didn't really take the time that I should have on it. So why it's doing so well, I don't know, but I am so thankful for it.
Yeah.
And it is just mind-blowing to me, like, truly.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking cool
And
to have success,
I'm
isn't
not
it?
sitting here trying to rub it in your face.
I know. I know.
I do that enough off camera.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, that's really about it from me.
Okay.
Or should I say me about the Wii?
People can see you fingering your belly button.
I know. I hope so.
Okay, that's fine.
It's
Whatever.
one of those things I do when I'm trying to be still.
Okay. Should I pan the camera up a little bit? Or do you not care if people see you do that?
I really don't care.
Okay, cool.
Hell, I'll fucking stare into the camera.
Okay.
Make it real weird.
I mean, you're making it weird for me.
Oh yeah, you don't like that I do that.
No, I don't.
I totally forgot.
It's okay. It was mostly because my dad would do that, like, without a shirt on. And he would, like, sniff his fingers. Ugh, God.
I don't sniff my
I know
fingers,
you don't, but like,
why the
it's just
fuck would you?
It reminds me of when my dad would do that.
Like, why the fuck would you?
Oh, now I noticed that. Fucking shit.
What?
It's not centered. There we go. On the fly editing, folks. So, we are both doing, like, let's plays of different games. And what I wanted to know is, would you be okay with not having a set date for Nick or Morgan plays, and just do the either Tech Talk or Couch Potatoes on Mondays, and then just literally filling up the gaps with our Let's Plays? Like, whatever day we don't have a video going up, that's where we put one of those. Would you be okay with that? Because I think that would, like, make the channel look more full.
Yeah, I just don't want to do only Let's Plays.
Oh, yeah.
Like, how many podcasts do we do a week? 2?
In real time or on the channel?
Yeah, on the channel.
1.
Really?
Yeah. It's only on Fridays.
Friday podcast day. I guess that kind of works.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Okay. Very cool. And I just finished Star Wars Battlefront 2 last night, so that's pretty cool. I don't know what game I'm going to be playing after that, but Morgan right now is playing Fallout 4.
And I recorded a video on Civilization just to see how it would do content-wise.
Yeah.
I edited the first, 3 minutes of it, and then I was like, I'm going to bed.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's going to get uploaded.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what that was because it literally just said Civ retard.
That's exactly what that is.
Okay.
I had pretty much no idea what I was doing going into that.
Other than the video and recording stuff, how have you been? You got a new soldering iron.
I did.
Which is a fucking... I don't care. Which is a fucking enigma. I don't understand how it works.
I'm doing all right. Yes, I got a new soldering iron. It is so fucking cool.
See, what perplexes me is that the base. No, I want to talk about it.
Yeah, you
just
can
in
talk
case,
about it.
just in case you forget to do it later. We both forget to do it later. What perplexes me is that the base with the on-off button and the dial for the temperature and everything, that has one plug, and then the actual iron has another plug.
It's what's
So, like,
called a soldering station.
soldering station.
Yes. And which is different than the soldering iron I have. This is just a cheapy.
Stop smacking the mic.
Cheapy. You mean like this? Cheapy basic soldering iron. It's a pencil style. That's what these are called, or pencils.
Mm-hmm.
And they get the job done, but I decided that I wanted to get a new one because there's no brand name on this. And I couldn't find it anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And the issue I have is, I don't know how well y'all are going to be able to see this, but that tip right there, this is my last tip. And it is starting to degrade very rapidly. So I was going to get new tips, but that's kind of difficult when you don't know who made the goddamn soldering iron.
Shouldn't they all have most have like a basic standard?
How do you mean? Like size?
Yeah. Like this is a size A, this is a size B, or this is a size 12, this is a size 13.
No, it's literally like 0.77. Just pulling that number out of my ass.
Mm-hmm.
Like there is no fucking standard thing.
Plus, it's probably from China, so
It's made in China.
The standards would be different, probably.
Yeah. So,
like a size large in America is like a size 2X in China, which is fucking stupid.
It's because they don't know what fat people are.
That's the reason.
So I decided just to get a name brand one.
What brand is it?
Weller.
Weller.
Yes. Ace carries them. They didn't carry the specific one that I have. Mm-hmm. But Ace does carry them, and they have tips for them and everything like that. I knew that before I bought the damn thing. Mm-hmm. Because now I actually know a little bit about soldering and soldering irons, and I know what to look for and what is necessary. Mm. The only problem I have with this soldering station is it only comes with the one tip. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to have to go and get more.
That's good for a bit, but not.
Yeah.
You're going to need more.
Yeah. And it's only one style, obviously. Mm-hmm. So different styles and different sizes are useful for different things.
Mm-hmm. I would imagine that it's mostly the same as like wood burning kits, which I have a semi-professional one. I haven't used in forever, but I know there's different tips for different types of stuff.
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
Okay.
Because I know nothing about wood burning.
Okay.
But, I mean, I know everything about burning wood.
Yeah.
But almost nothing about wood burning. Mm-hmm. So, but, like, with dealing with electronics, typically speaking, you want a smaller tip compared to the larger one I have on that now. Mm-hmm. But I'm not too concerned about it because I at Ace they're only between $6 and $9. So I'm not too worried about it.
Okay.
And then you ordered me a germ.
A Vigigam.
A
Bidiogam.
vagina.
Okay.
Germ.
Yeah, it's the Escapists 1 and 2.
Yeah. So I don't understand why it would be cheaper just to
Yeah,
get
just 2 was like almost $30, and then the 2 games in 1 was like 26. It's just fucking weird.
even though I already have the first one, I'm hoping it will come with like DLCs and stuff like that
Oh, maybe.
that I don't have. So
If not, you can just sell it.
no, I'll keep it just to have a copy.
Okay.
You know, in case something happens to my digital copy.
Yeah.
And the Escapist 2 I have played, and I fucking love that game.
Yeah.
I love both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's made by a smaller studio,
Yeah.
which is also super cool to me. And yeah, that's really all the excitement in my life. Oh, wait. No, I fucked up my wrists again.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't playing guitar this time.
Yeah.
It was pulling Taco off of another dog.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There was a dog fight between Taco and a friend's dog. I wouldn't really even call it a fight. The friend's dog was just a fucking pussy.
Yeah.
And over-dramatized everything. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say, Taco didn't have him by the throat or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't applying any fucking pressure.
Yeah.
Like, it was so easy to pull him off.
Mm-hmm.
It was fucking funny.
Yeah.
So, and even though Taco is off, this dog is wandering around perfectly fine, but he's still acting like he's being murdered.
Yeah.
Brutally. So that was interesting. 3 different dog fights in the span of 1 day.
Oh.
Yeah, my wrist hurts. I
Okay.
gave myself boo-boos.
Okay.
Boo-boos for the... I'm not going to finish that.
Okay. So
How are you doing?
I'm fucking tired, dude. Here in just 2 days, me and my wife and my dog will be going up to Ontario, Oregon. It's right on the border of Idaho and Oregon. And we chose that destination because, one, we wanted to go to Yellowstone, but that's going to take a hell of a lot more planning and time and effort and money than we have. Because it's also going to be our anniversary here soon. We actually come back home on our anniversary. Thank you. It will be 2 years of marriage. We'll be together for about 5 or 6.
Damn.
Yeah. So all the hassle and headache and anxiety of planning this trip, all of that.
It's almost over.
Yeah. We don't even know what the fuck we're gonna do. We don't know, like, oh, we're gonna go see this place. We're gonna go to this park. We're gonna do this and that. All I really have planned is marijuana.
Marijuana? That's bad for you. Just kidding.
Yeah, I'm going to buy so many edibles and so many pre-roll joints. And if they have any THC sodas, because I heard those are pretty good. I
didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah. I'm going to get so fucking high, and I'm going to bring so much fucking weed back. This video won't come out until after the trip, so it's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm kidding. For legal reasons, this is a joke.
Yeah, he's not actually going to Oregon. He's going to Canada.
Ontario, Canada. That's a long ways away.
Yeah, that's why you're so tired, because you have to plan extraness.
Sure. Speaking of tired, you know what brings people energy sometimes? Crazy fucking people, which we're
Bath
gonna
salts?
try. Not bath salts, smelling salts. I got us some smelling salts. Look at that.
No, bath
It's
salts.
got a buff anthro panther on it, which means it's got to be good, right? I saw Joe Rogan and guests trying this type of stuff. I've only ever seen the little tiny things like this, and you like snap it and then you put it underneath the unconscious person. I've seen those, but I've never seen an entire we're never going to use any of this. We're going to use this once probably, and probably going to toss it out after that. Well, we might keep it just in case of emergencies, just in case you overdosed on cheesecake and I need to revive you or something.
That is very possible.
Yes. But we're going to go ahead and crack this baby open, and we're going to try it. And because it was my idea, I will go first. I already smelled this. It was like this far away from my face, and I smelled it, and it was already pretty bad. But you're supposed to keep it about 6 inches from your face and take a good whiff of it. I'm a little scared, but we're going to do this.
So I want to share this story before. The whole confusion about this.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought he said bath salts, and a friend of mine was like, "No, they don't use bath salts in hospitals." And this argument
drug.
went on for a while, and I was like, "Hey, my stepdad's an RN. I'll just ask him." And so I called my ma, because I don't have his number. And he's like, as far as I know, they have never used bath salts in a medical institution. And I'm like, sure they have. They do it all the time, right? For surgery in coma patients.
Coma patients, yeah.
And
sometimes.
And he was like, no, you have some bad information, brother. And I was like, no, you're just an idiot. And he goes, bath salts is a drug. And I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, it's part of the amphetamine family. And I'm like, oh.
Bath salts is the drug that one dude was on when he like carved his guts out and then hucked parts of his insides at cops.
What the fuck are you talking about?
There was an instance where this guy was high as balls and he used a knife to open up his stomach and huck parts of his guts at cops. That dude was high on bath salts.
I have never heard of that.
It's a very famous... It's a thing.
Okay. Anyways, so at that point, my mom and I were very concerned. Mm-hmm. And so I texted you.
No, I don't want to do drugs on camera for everybody to see with my friend who is on probation. I don't want to do that.
And I messaged him, and I was like...
Just out of the blue, by the way.
Yeah.
With no context, Epsom salts? And I'm like, huh? Like, Epsom salts, not bath salts. I'm like, huh? And he's like, what you wanted to do? It's Epsom salts, right? And I'm like, huh? In what context are you speaking to me in, brother?
And so we went on this discussion for probably 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Before you finally realized what I was trying to say.
Yes.
And you were like, smelling salts!
Yeah.
And so while I was still on the phone with my mom, by the way, we were having this conversation. And then I go, oh! And she goes, what? And I'm like, it's not bath salts. It's smelling salts. And she called me a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah.
So the reason why that there's a buff anthropanther on here It says purpose. The purpose of smelling salts is to boost arousal in your respiratory system. You get a lung boner. Which causes the muscles that control breathing to be fast acting and put you into a flight or fight state, whether it's for training, working, or when it matters the most, game time. That was not quite English.
It was English.
So the reason why I got this was because I saw a couple of compilations on TikTok of Joe Rogan and guests doing them. And I've also seen before different clips of people trying them, and they're always fantastic. So
is this gonna make me want to puke?
No. It's gonna make you want to tear your brain out of your nose.
Well, good thing I'm immune to that.
Okay. Are we ready? Are you ready to feature Morgan? This might be a clippable moment. So we're going to open it. We're gonna... Oh, I can already smell it.
I can smell it from here.
Oh!
Did you just spit?
No, I think... Oh, there's like a... Oh! Oh, wow. My brain went...
It's legal drug, guys.
So, open it all the way. Breath out. Bring it close to your face and really quickly. Very, very fast. And then try not to shake it and let it spill all over, because that's going to be a fucking pain and a half.
It's like hot sauce in my nose.
Yeah. I do actually feel a little bit of almost like a tingliness in my arms.
Right?
That's weird. I don't like that.
I taste my mouth.
You taste your mouth? Okay. Oh, that cleared my sinuses pretty good.
I want to go rape a pig.
You want to rape a pig?
Yeah.
That actually opened my sinuses pretty good.
I want to make scrambled eggs with pork chops. I want to scramble the pork chops with an egg.
And honestly, I don't feel as tired anymore.
Right?
It worked better than the fucking coffee, dude. Fuck.
We might just keep that around.
Maybe.
Because that shit fucking works.
You're
You
just
ride
like...
a bike?
No.
Oh, you don't know how to ride a bike?
I don't know how to ride a bike.
Did we mention that on podcast, or did
I'm
I
not
just
sure.
do it bad?
I'm not sure.
Did I do it bad?
I don't care. Just my dad never taught me, and my aunt tried teaching me one time, and I was like, no, it's not your job. It's my fucking dad's job. Make him do it. And then he just never did. He died before he could teach me. Fucker.
The ultimate excuse.
I'm gonna go get more coffee. Be right back.
I didn't smell it again. Actually, I didn't.
Okay.
I tried to. It's like chlorine and hot sauce had a baby.
I was gonna say that was a big sniff.
Is this safe for dogs?
Probably not.
Buddy!
That's mostly for power lifters. I would not try it on the dogs.
All of a sudden, Buddy's just buff.
It's fucking jacked, bro. But yeah, that could be good for like if you need to edit something and you're like getting tired, just kind of be awake for another hour.
Another hour? I feel like I'm gonna do meth.
Don't.
Hey, I'm friends with you, so I'm known for bad decisions. Pew pew.
Thanks for joining us for the last episode of the Taboo Tangents podcast. No, I'm joking.
What's funny is, what would have been funny is if you were actually upset about that.
No.
But we've said so much worse shit
Yeah.
today alone.
Yeah, definitely. So that was fun. I honestly expected to have a much more visceral reaction to that. I might have gotten like a lower dosage on accident, but I don't know. I thought that was pretty fun. Are you seriously like that energized?
I'm pretty fucking energized. I may be upplaying it just a little,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty fucking energized, dude.
Okay.
Want to fight?
No.
Okay. That's cool.
Okay.
Good for you.
Good for you.
Good for me. Good for everyone. The world fucking sucks.
Okay.
Hey, if you're watching this, good job. If you're not watching this, fuck you. Don't ask how that makes sense. I don't know.
Okay.
Anyways, what are we doing next?
I don't know. What do you want to do next? Actually, let's talk about something really quick. Do you think that a gorilla could beat 100 men?
Are the men armed?
No. They're just average, a slice of the population on average. So like some fat people, some skinny people, some buff people, some, normal weight people. Just
Down syndrome people?
sure, let's throw a Downy baby in there. Why not?
Towny baby.
But 100 people versus one gorilla. Who do you think would win?
Probably. If they all went to strangle the gorilla at once, definitely the humans.
Okay. So
But if gorilla not let that happen, gorilla.
what if it was a boxing tournament and they went one by one? How far in do you think the humans could last? Because obviously in that scenario, the gorilla would lose. But how many humans do you think the gorilla would beat? Because, we are endurance hunters. And even though a gorilla could punch a hole clean through a person's body, he can only do that maybe 4 or 5 times.
You underestimate the power of my brethren.
Retards?
Which are essentially the same thing as gorillas.
Yeah.
We're about the same sophistication. Lee-ness.
Okay. What if...
But no, I would imagine a gorilla being able to punch us through everything. Even in its sleep.
Hold on, cut this out. I need you to, fuck.
What?
Hold on. Cheyenne wants to go see Kelly, and, Alex is with Cheyenne, and she wants to come get the Jeep so she can take it.
Does Alex even have a license?
Yeah.
I didn't know that they gave it to women.
All right. Anyway, what if the gorilla knew how to work out and was extra jacked, even for a gorilla, and the humans had sticks?
Could you customize the stick however you wanted, or was
No,
it just...
they're just like baseball bat. Just baseball bats. They had baseball bats.
Is it still 1 by 1?
No.
Oh, then definitely humans.
Okay, what if the gorilla had a knife?
Humans.
Like a cleaver, like a...
Human.
What if the gorilla had a gun?
Human.
What if the gorilla had 2 guns?
Human.
What if the gorilla had 2 guns and was slicked up in Vaseline?
Human.
What if the gorilla had 2 guns, was slicked up in Vaseline, and was gay?
He would be man's best friend.
Sure. Anyway,
you, by introducing weapons to the gorilla, you were introducing foreign concepts to said gorilla.
What if the gorilla knew how to use them?
That would indicate prior training.
And?
Gorilla, not gorilla at that point. Gorilla warrior.
Okay, fine. What if it was a gorilla from another universe that knew how to use weapons?
Then that wouldn't be a gorilla. It would be an alien.
No, it wouldn't.
Yes, it would.
Aliens come from outer space. I said different dimension.
You said universe.
Universe, whatever. That's still...
Universe would be alien.
No.
Future Morgan, play that back.
No. It would not be an alien because it's still terrestrial. It's just a different terra.
Yeah, extraterrestrial. Alien. Just like your family.
No.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, this is a very heated, debated topic online as of recent. I think it's kind of silly because obviously the humans would win, but people are like, oh no, the gorilla, they can punch a hole through through a brick wall. It's like, yeah, but how many times in a row? Like, it's not. The reason why we're on top of the food chain and we've evolved so much is because we are endurance hunters. We're like the only endurance hunters on our planet Earth. We can go for fucking days with minimal sleep if we have to.
So in other words, be depression, good hunt.
Sure.
Got it.
Got it. Anyway.
I'm gonna go hunt a giraffe and name it Wilma.
Okay. You have mental illness. So do I.
Do
but
you?
They're different. Yes. Actually, that is a very good topic. I just thought of something off the dome. There are 2 different schools of thought when it comes to being differently gendered, I suppose. We're going there.
Oh boy.
Some people think you're born with it, that it's natural, that it's okay, that it's just part of you. You can't get rid of it. And that's fine. People can think that. And most of that, I do think that. What?
We're only recording through OBS.
You didn't say anything about Audacity.
I said not for the gaming episodes, but
You didn't remind me. You're the one that wants it. You need to remind me.
You're the one that sucks a fart out of my ass.
Anyway, I believe most of those things too. However, I think I am what is known on the internet as a true scum. Because
Well, I could have told you that.
Because I think that being, you know, gay, trans, bi, whatever, is not necessarily a mental illness, but just a difference of brain chemistry. Just like they say that, autism isn't a disease because it's not degenerative and it doesn't really affect you the way that most diseases like cancer does. It doesn't kill you, right? It's just a different, it's just a different way that your brain is wired, right? So a lot of people don't want to say that like being trans or gay or whatever is a mental illness or a disease or anything like that, which you shouldn't call it that. I agree with that. But to understand that it is a difference in brain chemistry or brain makeup or something like that, even just acknowledging that, you're labeled as something called a true scum because they don't want to even acknowledge it. Because for most of human history, if you deviated outside of the normal gender identities or sexualities,
Normal societal standards.
Yes, you were stoned to death or hucked off of rooftops, which I totally and completely understand. I get it, right? But I know that I have something that is not normal inside my brain that makes me think that I am not in the correct body sometimes. I get that. I understand that. I don't use it as an excuse. I don't use it as a crutch. I don't use it to say, woe is me. I don't use it. Okay, boy. I don't use it as any of that stuff because I know it's wrong, and I know that people can use that against me. But I still acknowledge that it is something that isn't normal. Not that it isn't correct, it's just not normal. And normal means different things to different societies. And I get that. But the core issue that I'm trying to get here is that my brain schmeat don't work as good as other people's do, and it works in different ways, and that's okay.
I want root beer.
Okay.
I haven't been able to follow anything you've said.
See, his mental illness makes him want root beer.
I'm a root beer phobe.
Sure.
You do mental good.
Okay. See, I want to be a counselor. Some sort of a counselor. I don't know what yet, but I want to be some kind of psychiatrist or like mental health counselor, or maybe even something that focuses more on like LGBTQ issues or like even addictions, because I've been through alcoholism before. I don't know yet. Huh?
And dick.
I don't know.
Addiction.
Yeah, I get it. I don't know yet. But I want to help people with their mentalness. That's what we'll call it. It's not mental disease. It's not mental illness. It's mentalness.
That's what I wrote on the board.
Yes, and it's not being mental. It's just because that typically means that you're crazy. But like mentalness, you like almost like mindfulness, but mentalness. Mentalfulness. That works. Let's call it that. Mentalfulness. Morgan, put up a thing. Mentalfulness. Yeah. There you go.
I may even do like a whoosh or something. I don't know.
There's some whooshes in that sound pack.
I know. That's why I said that.
Yeah.
Or maybe like a gunshot.
Okay.
That actually might not be a good. Because suicide.
Yeah.
Multiple gunshots.
Okay.
Because you can't shoot yourself more than once.
Says you. Ooh. It says now your video game or package, whatever, is expected by May 7th. Wow.
What?
Yeah, that's fucking bullshit. It happens, man. It's not my fault. I didn't do anything.
Grr.
Okay. Be mentalful. What are you feeling?
Fuck you!
Okay.
Please.
What?
Fuck you! Please.
Why?
I don't know. These are questions I was not prepared for.
Okay.
Don't you psychology me?
Too bad. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah? Well, at least I have a degree in psychology.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. I am a trained psychotic.
No, you're not. I farted. This episode is going very well.
Is that what you call it?
No.
Because I'm fucking pissed.
Are you?
I want to go shoot people now.
Because your video game's late?
Yep. By in another week, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, it'll probably just show up tomorrow. Because if it said, oh, it's going to arrive by 8 o'clock today, and if it didn't, it usually just shows up the very next day.
It better, or else I'm going to have sex with a pig.
Okay.
In front of the post office.
All right.
Did you hear about the star card?
Yes.
I think that's fucking bullshit.
Do you want to talk about your mentalnesses?
Oh, sure. I squirreled.
Yes, you did.
I have autism, ADHD,
Obviously.
bipolar. Shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry.
Bipolar disorder, manic depression, anxiety.
Have you ever been tested for PTSD?
PTSD, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I said that.
I don't know. I don't remember if you did or not.
So yeah,
I have that.
I am a whirlpool of
Mental fullness.
mental goodness.
Goodness?
I am what you want to be. Totally.
Yeah. Yeah, right now I'm in the middle of getting evaluated for like a whole panel of stuff like autism, OCD, ADHD, PTSD. I mean, I already know that I have anxiety and depression and PTSD, but they want to just do an entire battery of tests up in Pocatello, which is where my evaluation was.
They tried telling me that I had borderline personality disorder.
I can kind of see that, maybe.
Fuck you!
It's not a bad thing. I mean,
I am not two different people. I am all one
absolutely not what that means.
depressed person.
That is absolutely not what that means.
Well, then why do they call it borderline personality disorder?
Because it's borderline. It's not personality disorder. It's borderline. Means that you're very close to having it, but you don't.
So that's like saying it's almost cooked well.
When you make steak, it's that when you're making steak that tracks.
It's almost cooked well. You'll almost not get food poisoning.
That still tracks.
Thank you for proving my point.
I am not. So what borderline personality disorder is when you have not two separate personalities, but you have Okay, let's put this into terms that you might be able to understand.
Are we gonna break out the colorful blocks?
Don't stop. When you are on the computer and you are in the middle of something important, let's say you're editing a video, and the power goes out, and you turn it back on, and it asks you, "Oh hey, this didn't shut down correctly. Would you like to boot in safe mode?" And you have the option to either run it like normal or run in safe mode so that if it does happen again, it doesn't fuck up your computer worse. That's kind of what borderline personality is like. It's you're going through life normally, a traumatic event happens, and you go, "Oh, I need to protect myself from that traumatic event ever happening again." And when you see signs of that traumatic event happening again, you say, "Oh no, this is going to happen again. I need to boot into safe mode." And so you come up with personality traits and different things that are completely and totally different from how you normally act and how you normally do things in order to protect yourself from that traumatic event. That's your other personality, is you booting into safe mode.
Then I'm just a walking safe mode, and there is something in my eye.
That's what borderline personality disorder is. And I like I said, I can see it maybe. Perhaps you do exhibit some traits of that, but not not a lot.
The fucking Dr. douche walked in, and within 5 minutes he was just like, "You have borderline personality disorder." It's just like,
yeah, I don't know about that. Like, definitely could be tested for it. It's definitely a possibility.
oh
but
no,
I
he
don't...
didn't even bring up testing. He was just straight up, "You have it."
How long had you known the doctor for?
10 minutes, maybe?
Yeah, that's not enough.
Right? Like, 5 minutes, I was in his office. And then 5 minutes, I was in the actual doctor room with the doctor. And then he was just like, "Yeah, you have it." Guess who I never went back to?
Yeah.
Because he's a fucking dumbass.
I mean, if I were your psychologist or whatever, I would be like, yeah, we could definitely test for it. Like, you definitely show some signs of it, but I wouldn't be like, yeah, no, you definitely have it.
Especially after 5 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
That's the part that pisses me off.
Yeah.
And he goes, "So that would eliminate the ADHD." And I'm like, how? How the fuck does that make any fucking sense?
Well, if you would calm down.
I'm gonna spit everywhere first.
Okay. They told me that that when they're testing, they need to be very, very careful because which is why it's going to take like 5 hours, I guess. I don't know. Our friend that starts with the letter C told me that that's bullshit, but I don't know. They told me that a lot of different things like ADHD, OCD, autism, PTSD, they all, a lot of symptoms overlap.
Yes.
So if you're showing symptoms that more aligns with ADHD, then they'll be like, okay, this is definitely ADHD and not like a PTSD response, even though you might still have PTSD. This specific thing that we're testing you for right now more closely aligns with the ADHD response instead of the PTSD response. You know what I mean? So like one symptom they can see a symptom, be like, okay, this could branch into OCD, ADHD, or whatever else. And we have to like process of elimination, be like, okay, we need to whittle this down in order to be like, okay, this is definitely an ADHD thing versus whatever else.
I don't know, man. It's just exhausting.
It definitely can be, yeah.
Having people tell you what the fuck you are and not, and
I mean, when was your evaluation? How old were you?
which one?
I guess your latest one.
I was 16.
You were 16. So that was like what? Almost
Actually, no, I think
10 years ago?
I think I just had one. That might have been something else though.
So, but this what we're talking about would have been like about 10 years ago.
Give or take, yes.
I mean, I don't know, the whole RFK Jr. thing where he's all like, there wasn't this much autism back when I was a kid. Like, yeah, because testing has gotten better. Like, like things are going to get more accurate and more speedy and more like tailored to the individual. So that I can kind of see that people didn't understand these diagnoses,
Diagnosi.
sure, better now than they did 10 years ago, even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, like the testing, it's exhausting.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't gone through it yet, but
Oh, you haven't?
no, they just sat me down. They asked me questions for like an hour. And
Did you have to sit in a room with a cop?
no,
Seriously?
seriously.
Well, that's some fucking bullshit.
Okay.
Because when I got tested or my eval done again, at 16, a cop had to be sitting in there at all times with us.
Well, there are certain diagnoses that can be given that are like more indicative of violent behavior. So, like for instance, one of my wife's brothers, he had authoritative defiance disorder or something like that, and also something else. I don't remember what the second thing was, but he had like a PSI worker or a CBS worker or whatever.
CBRS,
Yeah,
PSR.
PSR.
PSR, CBRS, they're the same thing.
Yeah, he had one of those people. Like, I think it was like 5 or 6 days a week. And he was also in the foster care system when he got evaluated. But he had a cop present then too.
Like, I can understand where there's, an indication of possible violence.
Mm-hmm.
But there is nothing that I was diagnosed with that would indicate very clearly that there is going to be a type or any sort of violence.
I mean, it could also just be the institution's policy for minors that there has to be like some sort of law enforcement agent there. I don't know. That could be it. Where did you get evaluated?
The one I'm talking about was in Idaho Falls, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. It could have been just their policy.
I could be getting that totally wrong, but
Yeah.
I want to say it's Idaho Falls.
Mm-hmm.
Or as Callan used to say, Idaho Falls.
Idaho. That's funny. But yeah, they just sat me in a room for an hour, asked me questions like, how's your relationship with your dad? How's your relationship with your mom? Is there any history of mental illness on either side of the family? How was your relationship with like the entirety of your dad's side of the family, your mom's side of the family? What tell me a couple of instances that make you think that you might have ADHD or OCD or whatever. Shit like that for like an hour. And then they're like, okay, well, it sounds like you most likely don't have autism or this or that. And it does sound like you probably have OCD or ADHD or whatever. But just to be sure, because you are showing some symptoms for all of these things, we're going to run an entire panel on you for like 5 hours in June. And so...
Oh, they probably already know what they're going to diagnose you with.
I don't know. The doctor seemed very, very nice. He was very...
What's his name? Did you catch it?
No, but he has a lazy eye. One eye was looking at me, the other eye was over there.
That describes every psychiatrist I've ever seen.
I don't know. But he was very nice. He wasn't very pushy. He wasn't like one of the things was, were you ever like sexually abused as a kid? And I said no. And he left it at that, kept on going. He wasn't very pushy. He was like, oh, are you sure? Do you think maybe something could have maybe happened or anything? Like, he wasn't prodding. He seemed like a very nice guy.
Was he older, younger?
Yeah, he was older. He was probably big boss man's age. Maybe a little bit older than that. T.
Oh, I thought you meant main.
No.
Oh, okay.
He might be a couple years older than T. Maybe.
I gotta remember that you were in Pocatello and not IF.
Yeah. Yeah, I was in Pocatello.
Because I have a psychiatrist who is a family friend up there.
Oh.
And I haven't seen him in years. He's actually the one that originally diagnosed me. Oh.
I see.
And he just loved seeing me as a kid, and I loved going there because he do Fs.
Yeah.
He had Fs everywhere.
Yeah, the one
He even had one that moved.
Oh. This dude had like 20 different wooden statue, like polished wooden statues of like giraffes and swordfish and elephants and hyenas and just a whole bunch of different animals. And even his monitor was one of those like 4K curved long monitors, and it had like a really cool 3D looking like fish tank with little fish swimming around and bubbles going up, and it was really cool.
I don't know, though. I don't know if he's still even... I don't know if he retired or not.
Yeah.
I hope he didn't, because... Well...
Speaking of retired doctors, can I tell you a really funny story?
Sure.
So the reason why the place that did my wife's evaluation when she was younger, the reason why they don't have any of their information anymore is because, one, the doctor retired, and two, they basically burnt, like, not physically literally, but like metaphorically burned the place to the ground because the dude was committing malpractice left and right. And it was probably because he lost his McFucking mind. Because apparently what really happened was that he moved to Georgia to be closer to family. But what he said happened in an email that he sent to all of his previous patients, said that he was going on a safari, that he was going to hunt whales on this safari, which safari, land, whales, water, what? And he said a whole bunch of different wacky shit. I don't remember exactly what, but my Alex showed me the actual email because he sent it and he retired like the year that we got together. And he signed the date being 2012. Which is a huge indicator of, like, I don't think this man is in his right mind. Yeah. It was just really fucking wild.
And that's why they don't have politicians do the dates.
Okay.
No, I'm not even joking.
Okay.
That's exactly why.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Politicians don't write the dates.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you in danger? Blink twice if yes. Oh my god, guys, he didn't blink at all. He's already dead. The fuck?
Anyway, you have anything to add, Morgan, before we head out? Oh, right.
So, this is the actual iron. And if you look, it has a completely separate plug. But this iron doesn't have any buttons or anything like that.
What I'm wondering is either it sends a, oh, Morgan, look at the side of that thing, the thing that you're holding.
Oh!
I was going to say either that base is bullshit, completely bullshit, or it sends a wireless electrical signal to the iron, but it probably would help that you plug it into the base.
No, it actually probably wouldn't matter because the iron would still be getting power regardless.
Did you read the instructions?
Yes, I did.
And what did it say?
I wasn't paying attention. I said I read them. Mm-hmm. I didn't say I understood them. Mm-hmm. Basically, the only thing I need to know is hot, no touch.
Okay.
But yeah, it has this temperature control dial, which I think is super cool. It clicks. Okay, maybe it doesn't. But then you can switch on and off. And what's really cool, it comes with a little holder. So. But I think it's like a wireless signal.
Yeah.
Type deal. So.
Okay. Well, thank you everybody for watching this episode of the Taboo Tater Tots Club podcast. Remember to check out all the links in the description. Check out the artist's Instagram, which, by the way, her the two projects that she's been working on lately are up. They are the first conspiracy video, and then the emergency broadcast where we talked about how Trump got shot. Those two thumbnails have been updated. I have her working on another project right now. Check out all that shit in the description. Fucking with it. Anything smart to end off on.
Llamas masturbate.
It was pointing it right in my head. It was like, drive, motherfucker.
Hello, Morgan. How are you?
I have AIDS in my nose.
I found that is not a good thing.
Where to? Oh, there's the thing. I got abused. Yeah.
It's gonna have more cuts than the emo kid in school.
How long have you been black? As I turn off the key and open the door, all I hear is, "Stay in the car!" And I'm like, "I fucking hate you! Oh my god!" Oh. Very cool.
Hey, that was a boom. That was a boomstick. Grandma's gonna be mad at you.
Fucking what?
And then, 2 scoops of ice cream.